You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rodrance for Black and White Live. Well, the legendary Skip Bayless was asked a question on his new YouTube channel. Go subscribe. Got some really good stuff on there. Frankly, I like it a lot better than Undisputed. He takes the gloves off a little bit more, and he, in my opinion, a lot of his topics just tend to be a little bit more interesting. Yesterday or day before yesterday, he was asked a question by a fan about who's got the best fan base in the NFL, and in true Skip Bayless fashion, he decides to go a completely opposite direction. And he tells the guy, I know you asked about best, let's go with worst. And heading into the Super Bowl, Skip Bayless says, the LA Rams have the worst fan base in all of America. Now, I got to be honest with you, I'm a Niners fan, not a big Rams fan, okay? They're rivals of ours, never been a big Rams fan, to be honest with you. Nothing against Ram fans, but what I will say from watching a lot of their games, particularly in this new stadium, is, frankly, they have a real bad look on TV. They do. And in my opinion, that bad look is every time you watch a game, half the fan base is the visiting team. And a lot of that's got to do, we've seen that in other places like San Diego. Even in Miami, you see some other fans. And some of that has got to do with the fact that you're in a spot where the weather is really good and there's a lot of other things to do besides go to a football game, okay? So, I mean, in my opinion, the true pro team out there is probably USC. Now, USC fan base shows out, fills the stadiums up. They're sort of the rock and roll Hollywood team out there. USC, there was a time when UCLA might have been in that category, but their teams just haven't been relevant enough in recent years. Let's get to Skip Bayless because he absolutely destroys LA Ram fans, and I mean destroys them. The LA Rams are about to play a Super Bowl in their home stadium. What an amazing moment for their fan base. Playing in the Super Bowl in your home city would seem like an obvious advantage. I don't believe it is an advantage at all. But Fox Sports host Skip Bayless says the Cincinnati Bengals shouldn't be worried because the Rams are the worst in America. During the latest episode of Bayless' newly launched podcast, the Fox Sports host fielded a question about, quote, what's the best sports city in America? Bayless ignored the question and instead railed on Los Angeles as the worst sports city in America. Quote, the worst fans in America are Los Angeles Rams fans. I've known many of them. I have many friends who are, quote, unquote, diehard Rams fans, but they die very easily. You want to talk about the sleepiest crowds I've ever experienced. It was those crowds, those Rams fans, because this is Hollywood. They go to be entertained, and they're going to sit on their hands until you please them. An elitist fan base. Interesting. Bayless continued, they're not going to try to spark and inspire you with their standing, clapping, and roaring. No, they're going to sit on their hands until you spark and inspire them. Rams fans didn't have a great showing late in the regular season or during the playoffs when the 49ers were in town. The Niners repeatedly took over SoFi Stadium, even after the Rams changed their ticket policy, making it harder for San Francisco fans to enter the building. But LA is bracing for the Super Bowl and unique circumstances of watching your team play the championship game in their home stadium. Cue Bayless walking over to ruthlessly beat the fan base down when they should be at their best. Well, it's something that should be noted about the Super Bowl is it's a largely corporate event, okay? Many of the tickets that are sold as part of corporate packages, sales packages, et cetera, et cetera. Oh, you were the best salesman in the country, blah, blah, blah. Here's 2 Super Bowl tickets. I mean, that's the kind of thing. I actually expect there to be more Cincinnati Bengal fans at this game, actually, than Rams fans, believe it or not. I saw ticket prices are insanely high for this game, which is sort of odd when you consider the fact it's 2 4 seeds that are playing. A lot of people think it's going to be a blowout with the Rams. Myself and Mr. Matrix both picked the Bengals. Frankly, I think the Bengals have the better quarterback that's playing. And Matthew Stafford is due for a complete and total Stafford-like meltdown. Plain and simple. Led the league in interceptions. A lot of people don't bring that up, but that's a thing. Skip Bayless is right. Being a Niners fan, I mean, I was like, it's a home game for us, basically. It's a home game. And in that last game of the year, that last regular season game of the year where we beat the Rams, 49ers fans blew those Rams fans clean off the map in that game. You would have thought the Rams were the visiting team. It got so loud when Stafford and the Rams had the ball. So, I find this hilarious. Skip Bayless pulls, no punches. I love the fact that he brings up that sort of entitled Hollywood elitist kind of feeling out there around that area. I don't know how these guys, I know they move out there because Fox headquarters is out there, but man, I'd be like, look, I got to work out of a studio somewhere else besides California. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.